offense still coming down here in Green Bay. No team means more to a city than the Packers to Green Bay. And this was the scene a few moments ago as the green and gold made their way out of the historic tunnel. They're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Tennessee Titans. Here's Khalif Raymond to return. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Tannehill with a play fake to Henry. He'll throw instead. And his first pass is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Space to maneuver at the 40. Derrick Henry all alone. The 20, 10, touchdown Titans. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Titans have taken a first quarter lead. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And we will not see a run back here from Harris.
At their own 25-yard line.
Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Working from the gun, Rodgers. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Now, these are not going to be easy on a cold, snowy night, but this one is up and through. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Khalif Raymond now. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Running from the gun with Henry. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
They set up the screen for Henry. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 8 yards on the screen there, not enough. And it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the 1st. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 35.
It's a gain.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Tennessee.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
The Titan ball carrier.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. I also like what the runner's getting this team. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200-plus?
Yeah, 1st down run with Henry that time as he maneuvers forward for about 4 yards.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Derrick Henry. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
An 8-yard pickup.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That was all Preston Smith navigating into the backfield. He gets the tackle for loss. Now, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. He's got it. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. These two teams all tied after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard.
That's what I'm talking about.
Line of scrimmage, the 2. They can still get a 1st down if they just get a yard out of this on 4th and very short. They'll run. It's Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Titans have taken the lead. The point after try for Gostkowski. And he he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Titans 14, Packers 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. On the return, Deontay Harris. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34, and his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Tannehill. Open man is Kendrick Bourne. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Packers' 17-yard line.
This is Henry. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. This offense 2 for 2 converting on these thus far, so why not try again here on 4th down? They'll go for it. They snap it to Tannehill. And that is going to be incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Now it's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. Looking sideline, incomplete. J.K. Dobbins, the one he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Flush to his right. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5 now after the offsides penalty. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got this one completed to Mims. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He gets this underneath to Dobbins, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 13 yards, first down, Packers.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down.
Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
A gain of 3 on the play. And the Titans first down.
They'll run with Henry. Powers through it. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
The carry. He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
We've hit the 2-minute mark in the second quarter. 14-7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Tackle made by Christian Kirksey.
From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And with the snow here, maybe asking too much of the kicker to try a field goal, so instead, offense on the field, they'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Tannehill. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12. At the Packers.
On 2nd down, here's a keeper by the QB. And this Green Bay defense making that play look a lot like the previous one. Both tackles behind the line of scrimmage. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down. On 4th down, here's Stephen Gostkowski for the Tennessee field goal. From the right hash, this from 53. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. Offensively, pretty good execution. Long drive, chews up the remainder of the first half clock, and they finish it off with 3 points.
And what's the best byproduct of the whole thing, besides the fact that they got points on the board? They didn't leave the other team any time to mount a drive themselves.
5-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
A 2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day, and I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it. He's giving me the evil eye, folks. Again, he was looking for Devontae Adams, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Coverage there by Earl Thomas.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. A final shot before half for Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. And Adams has it complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on a...
And a big loss here as he's taken down. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney. And that's going to bring up a 2nd and about a mile here. Another try after the 1st down sack. Rodgers caught on the right side by Adams. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. From the gun, it's Rodgers. Flush to his right. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the 1st down marker. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Popping in, yeah, drip, little bit, let me feel myself a little bit, you ain't talking big, get out my way a little bit.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Here's J.K. Scott now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he'll send this one into the cold Lambeau night. This is taken at about the 14. one a 55-yard punt, 13 on the return. And it'll be Titan football.
At their own 27-yard line.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll start with a give to Henry. And he powers his way up past the 30. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
At the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 6. First down, Tennessee.
Here's Tannehill. Forced out to his left. And he'll let this go deep for Bourne. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And it's
the Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
First down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
32-yard line.
On 2nd and 2, Tannehill. Man open left side is Brown. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
A nice display of power, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. To throw is Tannehill. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. And his kick is right through.
Makes the score Titans 24, Packers 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
3rd and 6.
Working from the gun. Rodgers escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Eli Apple. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Hello? Hey! No, Nick. Colby can't hear you either. Well, you should plug your mic in then. Yeah.